H.com. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A dude named John is on the phone for a second date update today, and he told us a little bit about his date in his email, but the thing that I really focused on was his opening line. It said, "I was hoping things would get wild, but that didn't happen."
Oh.
So,
Okay.
need to get more information on that, John.
Yeah.
How wild were you hoping things would get?
I don't know. Nothing crazy. I met this girl, Danielle, through some friends who, the only thing they said was that she was kind of wild, and I was kind of looking to get a little wild.
Just
I
the
don't
way
know.
you phrased it was just
Yeah.
kind of creepy to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what didn't happen?
We didn't get wild, and that was a bummer.
It does sound like you drive around like a Mazda Miata and have satin sheets at home.
I don't know. It wasn't a sexual thing necessarily. I don't know. I was looking for a good night,
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy time.
So her friend said she was wild, but she ended up not being wild?
Not that wild, no.
Boring.
Well, tell us about the date.
I don't know. It was just pretty standard. We talked for a few weeks just online, and we had busy schedules, so we ended up just, after a few weeks of talking, meeting up at a bar, casual, and had a few drinks, had pretty normal kind of first date conversations.
You sound really disappointed when you're describing this date.
A date finally went normal.
I don't know why you want to call her back.
Well, I don't know. I think I kind of screwed it up. She was super cute. I did like her, but yeah, the date just didn't really go the way I thought it was going to go.
Okay, so what happened? What went wrong?
Well, a couple things. So after we were just talking about, kind of normal first date kind of stuff, at one point I kind of leaned over and sort of whispered to her, like, "Hey, so you know what your friends say about you?" And she sort of looked at me like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're
Oh
creeping me
my
out.
God. I would immediately be pissed. Like, it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth after that. Not only am I mad at you, but I'm also mad at my friends.
Well, yeah, she was like, "Wait, what do my friends say about me?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, they say you're pretty wild."
Oh, no.
And she didn't like that.
No.
It sounds like a bad line.
And you're whispering?
Yeah.
I think she took it to be sort of like a sexual thing, and it was
Yeah.
not my intention at all.
Are you telling the truth? Because you're whispering, I heard you're pretty wild. And you're saying that what was your intention? Like,
I just thought it was going to move the conversation forward or maybe inspire her to do something crazy, like, I don't know, shotgun a beer or something. Tell me about some crazy trip she went on to Africa. Like, it's a little bit of information I had.
Yeah,
Trying to
so
bring it out of her.
it came out wrong what you were trying to say. Like, your friend said you like to party or something, but you decided to phrase it in a really awkward way.
Wild was maybe not the best
Maybe
word
not.
choice.
Okay. And so, did things just go downhill after that?
Yeah.
yeah. How quickly before the date ended?
So I kind of bounced back from the wild comment a little bit. We just kept on talking about our careers, and she's got a dog. She talked about her dog. And then just like on a sitcom, we were eating these like mozzarella sticks, and there was one left, and we both sort of like went for it at the same time. And she was like, "You have it." And I was like, "No, you have it." And it basically led to me sort of awkwardly picking up the cheese stick and like trying to feed it to her.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
that's bad, too.
I mean, you're trying, but
I
not
heard your
doing
friends
well.
say you like to get wild. Here, let me shove a cheese stick down your throat. See how you handle that.
Then it gets so much worse, guys, because what ended up happening, she ends up choking and gagging on this fried cheese stick.
No.
What'd you do? Just shove it down her throat?
No, I just was trying to feed it to her. It was bad. It was all bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So it's bad all around. You pretty much made yourself look like a weird a-hole.
Just shove a hot, chewy cheese
Who,
stick in her
Yeah.
mouth.
really loves mozzarella sticks?
I don't know. I heard she was wild. I was just trying to be spontaneous. I don't know.
That is
Yeah.
the wrong way to be
Yeah,
spontaneous.
it's not wild.
Maybe go to another bar, go dancing, or have some shots. Like, take the lead there.
Quick,
Not-
surprise cheese stick.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I want a second date. I mean, she's super cute, and other than when I was being super weird, we did have good conversations.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and see if she's recovered from the cheese stick and maybe get you a second date, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, John is on the phone, and John, what you'd probably describe as a very romantic guy. If you go on a date with him, he'll whisper sweet nothings into your ear, things like, "Hey, heard you were wild." And then, if you're lucky, maybe he'll shove a cheese stick down your throat until you gag.
Oh, yeah.
And if that sounds like I'm joking, I'm not. That's what actually happened on John's date. He went out with a girl named Danielle. Apparently her friends told him that she was wild, so he decided to drop that line, "Hey, heard you're wild." And then they were eating cheese sticks, and somehow it got to the point where he shoved a cheese stick down her throat, and she gagged and had to go to the bathroom. And he pretty much knows he screwed the whole thing up, and he was very awkward about the whole wild situation. So,
Definitely.
John, we're going to give her a call and see if we can save you. Any last thoughts?
Do what you can.
I mean,
All right.
and you seem so normal when we talk to you on the phone. Like, who you are with us seems very different than who you were on that date.
I don't know. Maybe I was just nervous. They said she was wild. I was just trying to impress her.
Trying to let your wild side show a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her right now and see if we can figure out if that is the whole reason your date went bad, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Danielle, please?
this is her. May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, how you doing, Danielle? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, from where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, it's a radio show.
Okay, how can I help you?
Well, it's a good question. Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named John.
Okay.
Yeah.
know John.
So John emailed us because he told us a little bit about your date and also said that you aren't calling him back or responding to any of his text messages. He's wondering why.
I'm not sure why he's wondering why.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, I mean, he told us about it, and he said that he did some things on the date that he thinks might have ruined it. But I want to hear it from your side first. Like, describe the date with John.
Sure, like it was fun at first, but he's just like way too extreme for me.
What do you mean by that?
At one point he like leaned over and like whispered in my ear that like I was wild.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
weird.
He told us that, too.
I can't believe you didn't walk out right there.
Honestly, I just kind of wanted to see where it was going to go because I figured my friends wouldn't put me in like danger, but then the date continued and I realized,
Danger.
yeah, no, really. We sit at the table before real conversation even starts. Our drinks are brought to us. He shotgunned a Red Bull.
What?
Shotgun to Red Bull.
Yeah, just a Red Bull.
What is he?
That was a
just
nice
wanna-
mellow date you're on.
Cool. He shotgunned it?
Yeah, I just like didn't understand. And then he was like, woo, and started playing the knife game, you know, like where you take a knife and spread your fingers on a table and like try not to hit your fingers. And he wanted me to join, and
He did you say he wanted you to play the knife game too?
he also wanted me to play the knife game, like a fun like competition date thing.
What?
It was weird.
Wow.
It's like you're on a date with some cracked out frat boy, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and like every time I said no to doing these ridiculous things, he made me sound like I wasn't fun. And then like conversation would be going fine, and he would just be like, "Yeah, you want to get wild?" It was just too much.
Okay.
I would assume he's on drugs. Like if I
Yeah.
was out with him, I'm like, this guy is on something.
Maybe like he forgot to take his drugs.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that
maybe
could
he
be the
needed
case
meds.
too.
All
Good
right.
point.
Opposite.
Very good point.
In his defense, when he was talking to us, he said that your friends told him that you like to get wild.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really an excuse. It's kind of odd, his behavior.
I dance on like a bar every now and then. I've gone skydiving once, but I'm not gonna like play with a knife.
Yeah.
And then the worst part is at the end of the night, he thought it'd be cute to like shove a cheese stick down my face.
Yeah.
I started gagging. It was awful.
He mentioned that too. So you're not into having somebody gag you with cheese sticks on a first date?
You know, not really my thing.
Okay, yeah, you're one of the rare breed then, because that seems like a pretty normal thing to me, you know?
That's not even the wild part.
I mean, was there anything good about this date at all, Danielle? Because it sounds horrible.
Honestly, it's just a funny story that I'll laugh about later. Not yet.
You just need a little more time.
Still working on it. Well,
a little more space.
Not to bring up old wounds, but guess what, Danielle? John is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. You know, he's a wild man. You never know what to expect from him.
No.
And unless he hung up, he's still on the phone. John, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Wild man.
Danielle, I got to be honest with you. The only reason I did any of those things was because your friends told me you were crazy. Like, you like to get wild.
No, but see, like, I'm not stupid. Like, I do fun things. That was just weird.
I don't know what I was thinking. Like, the knife thing, like, terrified me. I practiced that at home in my apartment with a straw for, like, 3 hours.
Wait, you actually you were practicing the knife thing in preparation for your date, or just in general you were practicing?
In preparation for the date.
So wait, it was a planned event on the date? You
Planned
trying to
spontaneity?
stab yourself?
It seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like, it wasn't fun or exciting. It was actually scary and terrifying. I was concerned, and so were all the people sitting around us.
I mean, I practiced a lot. I had it super dialed, but I understand.
It didn't look like
Scary
it, not gonna lie.
The point is, I just was like that because I heard you were. I thought I would impress you. I mean, elevators scare me. Don't get me started on planes. I don't even like to go over the speed limit. I don't like big dogs. Even medium ones kind of scare me.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow, you're saying a lot.
John, why weren't you just yourself on the date? I'm sure that would have worked a lot better.
Because her friends told me she was wild, and if you think that this girl's going to be super wild, you got to step it up. Otherwise, she might get bored. I don't know. That's just how guys think.
Okay, so, like, none of that was really you. So I didn't get to see, like, you at all on the date.
No, not really.
You got to see his wild side.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Danielle, look, I promise I'm a totally normal, boring, everyday guy. I like playing Settlers of Catan and Netflixing all day, and yeah.
What's Settlers of Catan?
It's a really awesome game. You play it with your friends, and yeah, I think you would really, really like it. You develop little like colonies, and it's great.
Ew.
Yeah, we should. It's awesome.
Did you say ew, Danielle? Or oh?
Yeah,
Oh.
I definitely said ew.
You're not into Settlers of Catan either, huh?
That doesn't sound like too much fun.
Danielle, the point is I promise I'm not the crazy person that I acted like on the date. I'm totally normal, and I really like you, and we never have to play Settlers of Catan together. Maybe that's just my thing. That's totally cool, but I would love to go on a second date with you.
What do you think, Danielle? Would you go on a second date with John? We'll pay for it.
I mean, can we go somewhere that doesn't have knives?
Absolutely. Sushi, chopsticks. Yeah,
good
totally.
idea.
Okay. So now there are no knives involved, no weird board games, and no cheese sticks for sure.
Thank
God,
God.
this does sound
Yeah,
like
don't shove a sushi roll down her throat if she says yes, John.
Please
I promise.
don't.
Will you do it, Danielle? Give John, like the real John, another shot.
I mean, why not? It couldn't be any worse than the wild John.
Yeah.
I feel like those are famous last
All
words.
right. Well, congratulations, John. You got a second date.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Yes.
Danielle, you won't regret it, I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep, John.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.